my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at.
Probably like, I think the only people that'll yell at you are the attackers.
I'm ready. Thank you.
Oh my god.
And then this is no, that's not a purchase order.
I don't know how much.
I'm really tempted. I found egg keychains.
They're all terrible.
So how's it going?
Good, good.
Genial?
No, looking around. Okay.
You like no one?
That's the current one. The current one in the
Thank you. Thank you.
No, not that, like $100 or something. So much
I don't get that.
It's a Donald Trump RPG.
Bye.
Thank you very much, man.
I could probably make her formal wear dress.
Oh my god.
Do you want to Google? Google.
Mughal? Ah! They have Vega. They have Vega. I mean, get it? It's Vega. You can also get the. I just got my
Sound effects. Stay with girls. Count your steps.
Now it's both. Not even just Trump.
Trying to get like twins here right now. Trying. Like, okay, that's good. I'm actually gonna when I get the I'm gonna buy these four. I'm gonna buy those on digital downloads because they're gonna have those on the eShop soon. So you guys $30.
Yeah, we went. We didn't go without the first time.
I love that.
I know, right? Just broke off.
Well, hold these games up real quick so you can fall over.
Yeah, we did.
What? Is it heaven for PS3?
Put it down.
I like 4. 4 gets hate, but I like 4.
Well, it'll be good. He's not gonna get it.
You get to have a PS3 version. There's time. There's still time. That's another one I need.
They were way too late.
not always.
It grows out of it.
Sometimes it just gets a little too wild.
That's now.
Let's go ask for that.
This one?
Yeah, that's all. Looking for when she goes full depth. There's one that's over here.
But it's just not the one of her sleeping that you're looking for.
I know, but I have no place to put it. I don't have one.
Put over your sister's face. She'll look better.
Yeah, no, not this one.
I love butter.
I have no idea, so.
This is what you asked.
No toques y así.
Oh, vale. Va a comprar eso. No, chico. Tú tienes eso. Pillowcases.
Yeah.
Right down.
Pero te digo, me moví.
Hello, how are you? $10. Yep, and we have the one hanging, and it's over there.
Feedback coming into our
Oh, they got the shiny Genesects.
Wow, if you hadn't brought this my dad.
Shoe fly. Oh, I killed it somehow. Oh.
Sweet cash 325. It's like a liquid plastic. This is my personal powder.
Oh, wow. So that's custom fit and everything? You know the little pot?
Me too,
Charge myself for 20 minutes. It'll give it 10 minutes. Sorry. You know who I'm with, right? Stop. The hat turned out great. She bought a new one. The hat was good. The costume, wow. Stephanie.
Second box, Watch man take those to $8.
It is.
They're all 20% of the market price.
Which one?
all pops are $10, 15, 20 for exclusives. If you have any questions about the big ones, let me know.
All right.
We'll get it now, man.
Wait, this way.
Going at your own.
What's the cheaper part? If you have it, I want to get this game. It's literally for years. I want one of them, but all of them are so good. What?
I can barely speak Spanish, okay?
CDs. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the guy trying to work? I don't keep my new clothes. Like, I'm not made for you. I don't know what you're doing. It's dead.
I was like,
So everything in the game is Japanese.
It's just a sad. They don't really want to but I can right now. But I have like
4 of these.
Yeah, which ones?
So I'll get me, get Soldier.
Well, our birthdays are next month. She's the 5th, I'm the 8th. We usually do joint birthday parties. So if you have a really, really good friend, do a joint birthday party, I would say. I mean, a Halloween party seems awesome.
A Halloween party would be pretty awesome.
But like, not like, oh, Halloween, like a Halloween party, go to town. We did one last year, where all the furniture was covered in white sheets. We had the light bulbs were taken out so people couldn't turn on the lights. And then we had little attic lights that you can buy from like, I guess Home Depot or whatever, and they flicker, or we'd have black lights up. So there was minimal lighting. We had a dining room area that had really gross food on it. It was awesome.
And like plastic all over the walls with like blood
splattered. I mean, that's the thing. If you're gonna have a party, have a party. So that's what's good.
Yeah, or if you don't want to go to that expense, do you partake in the alcohol?
I don't drink anymore. So.
Oh, okay.
Then don't
Well,
do
then a
that.
pub crawl is not a good idea.
How old are you? How old are you gonna be?
30.
30.
That's a big one. You need to do something special because that's a fun one. Sorry, our chair started vibrating.
It vibrated. We were like, what? I would say too. 30 is a bit. So what's one of your favorite things you did when you were growing up? Like what's things you were crazy about as a kid?
I was into watching Transformers, Ninja Turtles, I'm a wrestling fan.
Okay, so here's what I would recommend. Because 30 is like, you're like officially an adult, right? Now you've grown. So, what I would recommend is doing like a Ninja Turtle party.
Or like something that reverts back to your childhood, like, or have like a sleepover where everybody watches Transformers and eats Pop-Tarts and like stays up really late and watch things from your childhood, you know what I mean?
Right. But if you have like this theme, see, here's the thing is people pretend they're too cool for theme parties, but everybody really loves one. So you do a Ninja Turtle theme. Everybody has to come with some sort of Ninja Turtle idea. Let them figure out what it is, but they have to come Ninja Turtle-y, no matter what it is. And then you have a Ninja Turtle party.
Yeah, you order a ton of pizza because,
lots
you know,
of pizza,
Michelangelo.
and it's cheaper. and it's a whole theme, and people will love it. They will freak out. That'll be great. And you'll have a great time too. Okay.
Happy early birthday. Yeah.
Hey, Monica Jaime, how are you?
Hi, hi.
I have a question. There's a little infamous thing known as an opinion.
Yes.
When do you guys think it's best to, express your opinion, whether, to save someone else's feelings or something you want to say for yourself?
As long as you're not going to, as long as you're in a safe place, like you're not going to be injured or shot or something like that, have at it.
Also, I mean, just be aware of people's feelings. Like, if you have a friend that's overly sensitive, you might not want to be like, yo, man, that haircut looks really rough on you. Because that might really affect them badly. So keep in mind people's sentiments, and how they feel. If you have a tough friend and they get a bad haircut, you can go, you look ridiculous. And they'll take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, keep in mind people around you and how you think they'll react.
Yeah, if you still want to treat people the way you want to be treated, which I assume is not gruff and aggressive. Yeah. So you still want to do that, but like if you have an opinion about somebody who's being bullied, then you can stand and you don't think that you're going to get injured in the process. And that doesn't seem worth it to you. If you think it's worth it, then have at it. But do that whenever you feel like I should speak up. Speak up. You have a power in that, and don't waste it.
Just remember the immortal words of Will Wheaton. Don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Like, if it's an opinion that you don't think is going to help in any way, if it's just kind of like, hey man, the thing you worked really hard on, I hate it. Yeah, that's kind of just being a dick. And in that case, maybe just keep it to yourself. But if it's something that's constructive and you feel is actually going to help somebody, or if it's for a friend that's close in the center circle, yay.
Thank you, I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. This is fun.
Hello, you two.
Hi.
So, me and my friend are doing a little project together, and it is a story. I'm writing it, I'm drawing it, I want to animate it at one point, and I have many questions like how to get better, how to get into it. The question I want to ask is, how do I juggle all of it at once? Because I want to do all this, but it's kind of pushing down on me.
Are you in school, or do you have a job, or what else do you do?
I'm in college.
College. I'm gonna take a little snippet out of my fiance Ron Toy's. He's given me this knowledge and this advice, and it's actually really great advice. There's this thing called time blocking, and what that means is that you look at your day ahead of time and you go, okay, so I know I have to go to school from 10 to 2, and then I know I need to like run errands from 2 to 3. So maybe take like 3 to 7 to work on your project, and then 7 to the rest of the night is yours to do whatever you want. And then like if running errands takes a little longer, then that's okay. You spend a little less time on the project that day. Or if you get tired, you can stop early. But like actually putting it on a calendar, what you're going to work on in that block of time, you'd be surprised what your brain does. Because your brain is like, oh, well, it's on my schedule, so I have to do the thing that's on my schedule. So that's helped me immensely with like being able, because we have to juggle like a ton of different things. We're running to different studios, writing, doing, on-camera stuff, like all kinds of things. So being able to block out time for even stupid things like running to the post office, like it makes a difference if I have a running list that I can make. What about you?
Same, and then I would also add, since this is something that you are doing with a friend, it's more of a passion project, correct? Yeah? Okay.
Anytime we have talk, we just talk things out, make ideas, throw them around.
Okay.
You never really stick it, it's kind of a lot of pressure on me.
Right. What is your first thing that you do in the morning?
First thing I do in the morning, I walk my dog.
You walk your dog. As far as your schedule, do you have classes in the morning?
I think right now, because of some issues, I'm not in college, so I'm currently working a job, but I'm going to be juggling those two.
Okay. What time does your job start?
Midday to late.
Okay, perfect. I have found for myself, for personal passions, for projects that I want to write on or do, I have to do it first thing in the morning. You're obviously going to have to walk your dog first, because as soon as you're up, they're up. I know that from personal experience as well. So get up, walk your dog, get to work for you. Do what you want first. And that will make the rest of your day more powerful, because you've already accomplished something that you need. If you have to wake up early to do it. But treat yourself first. Make yourself and what you want to do a priority. And it becomes a lot easier to plan those things if you know you're taking care of what you want to do first.
And also maybe delegate, like split the jobs between the two of you. Like they take a chapter, you take a chapter, you do these character designs, they do those character designs. That way it's not like the whole thing is on both of you. You can merge your ideas together.
And set deadlines. Yeah, a weekly deadline. This is what we're going to have done this week. This is what we're going to have done this week. So that the reason you start in the morning is because then you get it done. It's the first thing. At the end of the day, it's kind of hard to prioritize yourself if yourself just wants to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, right? So you prioritize yourself first, then you take care of the rest of your day. But then also, if you say, okay, I'm going to do this, he's going to do that, and then this is our goal at the end of the week, we have to have this done, just really plan that out. Be really specific with your goals, because that's what it is, right? In a professional setting, do that, and you'll see a progress that you may not have seen so far.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. My microphone is sticky.
Sticky. I did not hear sticky. Okay. They all kind of
That's
are.
the other panel.
I've had friends, family, co-workers constantly ask me about my love life. How do you deal with people like those?
People who ask about significant others?
Like if they ask if you're seeing somebody, if going on a date or so, but really you just want to be left alone right now.
Oh, got it. So everybody's always going to ask. It's just the nature of humanity to know who's paired up. So just accept that and just have an answer, which is, you know what, I'm just taking time off and trying to prioritize myself.
Or you could say that your answer is none ya, and they're gonna go, what? None ya business. Adios. So yeah, people ask because, Ron and I have been engaged since October, and people are like, so when are you getting married? I'm like, the future. At some point. At some point. I know we will. But yeah, Nanya. Because it's like...
But for people who are close to you, like if she said Nanya, I'd be like, the hell it isn't, Mike. Right? Better tell me, I got to be there.
Right, and usually if people are asking, it's because they care about you, because they want to make sure that you're happy and that everything's going well. So don't ever think of it as like a bad thing. If people are asking about your life in any instance, it's usually because they like you and they care about you. Otherwise they'd be like, I don't give a crap what you do with your life. So it's never a bad thing, unless they're being rude, in which case, Nanya.
Yeah, but it's always good to have a prepared statement. You know, like for people who, too, I know we all know that person that can get under your skin and say just the thing that is going to set that button and send you into a full rage. Best to have something that you can already prepared, that you can say, I don't understand why you would say that. You know, something like that. So you can say, I'm actually perfectly happy single right now and I don't want to mess that up. You know, so just something prepared will help.
No problem. Nanya.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi. My question is, for once I'm done with college, how should I go about paying off my student loans?
When he finishes college, how should he go about paying off his student loans?
Well, first, I would file for a deferment if you don't have a job. I mean, seriously, get a deferment. It'll push it off until you're making the money, and then what you can do, this is what I've done, I'm still paying my student loans. First of all, don't not pay them. It will ruin your credit. You have to make sure you pay it. But what I have is, it's kind of a step up, I can't remember what it's called, payment. So it starts off at a lower price and then gradually gets higher, so the more money you start off low and then you get raises, right? So the more money you make, the higher that loan payoff will be. So that's what I would do.
I would suggest, especially people in college and right out of college, you know, the credit card companies come a call and they're like, you want our card?
Don't you want a free t-shirt?
Yeah, here, you want a free trip? Here, get a card.
Don't do it.
Max it out. So yeah, try to avoid any debt as long as you possibly can. I mean, I know that's hard. And then any extra money that you have, throw it towards your student loans. Just try to throw a little bit extra every once in a while so that you're not like everybody else who's going to keep pushing it off and paying the minimum and paying the minimum, and then they get to be like our age and they still have $50,000 in debt.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Yeah, thank God. But meanwhile, like if you pay a little bit, if you concentrate on paying that down while it's still fresh and new, then it won't kick you later.
And while you have minimal debt too, because the older you get, the more debt you're gonna get. That's just life. But yeah, I agree with that. Make those payments though, because it establishes credit too. And that's
praying for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Sending you
for the
good.
prayers. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. That's a rough one. Oh. Hey.
Okay, so there's this girl in my college, and I'm really shy. Like I have a hard time talking to sometimes, and like I really want to like just talk to her and like, cause she's really cute, and I just want to make friends with her. But I don't know what to say. Like I pass her waiting in the hall sometimes, and I just like start to say it, and then I just walk by.
You're so cute.
You're so sweet.
I love it.
Do you guys have any classes together, or?
I mean, like, I usually pass her like when I get out of my class, and I think she's waiting for her, so there's like kind of like a short between there. Like I pass her, I'll see her waiting.
Is it a general building, or is it like a specific building?
It's more about, it's in the same building, so it's like I go down to the bottom floor of the building, and I go out to where my car would be, and like I pass her, and she's just waiting right there. So
Right, but is it like the general college, or is there like, you know, is it a literature building, or?
it's like, yeah, it's a separate building. It's a building like 7 out of like 8.
Does it have, is she taking a similar class to what you're taking? Do you know?
I don't think so. I think it's like a humanities class. Like
Well, what a great opportunity. You could ask her what's in there next. Hey, what's in this classroom next? I didn't know if it was going to be like that. You know, that's something to open the conversation. But then the truth of the matter is you could say, hey, you know what? I see you every time I leave, and I just want to say hi. This is my name. Nice to meet you.
I think guys really, 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 like, you guys don't get girls. Here's the thing. You don't have to go out of your way and be like, you know, the guy with the flower that comes in and goes, hello. Like, when we see that guy, we might go, oh, he's cute. And then we're like, ew, he's kind of a creeper.
Right.
So,
too much, too fast.
Yeah, too much, too fast. So, like, when I went on my first date with my fiance, he did something that I was like, yep, this one's a keeper. He was literally sitting next to me, and he was like, and he took my hand, and he's like, I'm so nervous right now. And I went, why are you nervous? He's like, I'm just really nervous. And I was like,
like let me ask the ladies. When he said she's just really pretty and I just don't, who melted? Raise your hand. See that? That's because it's genuine. We love that genuine thing that most guys, I think they have to put on that whole, like, I'm confident and whatever, but, you know, I've been too nervous to talk to you, but I wanted to say hi. I don't know any woman that would be like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Would you agree, ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And a compliment goes a long way. Like, we will listen to a guy that comes up and goes, you know, I've seen you and I just wanted to say you're really pretty and I wanted to say hi, and then go walk off. That means more than the guys. You know, you hear a speech about the guys that are like, hey girl, what you doing? Yeah, like that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. But if you come up to a lady and you're genuine and you're honest and you say, and a gentleman, oh my gosh, total putty in the hands. Like, seriously, honesty is always the best policy.
I agree. Tell her you think that she's pretty and you've been too nervous to say hi, but you wanted to introduce yourself.
Maybe
even
even
before
just,
the classes are over, before it's the end of the semester.
like when you see her, do you like divert your eyes, or do you kind of like catch a glimpse, or?
You made eye contact? Oh my god.
Yeah. I hold the door open.
Nice, you already got it in.
Did she thank you?
Yeah.
Oh, see if you had said no, she didn't say thank you, then I would be like, she's not worth it. You wait from that winch. But she said thank you, so it's okay.
Yeah, so maybe next time you see her, just give her a smile. You know, just give her a real smile and walk off, and then the next time you see her, maybe, okay.
Yeah, you have some time to work on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like
up to that. You're really pretty and I was nervous. And then she'll go, why would you be nervous? That doesn't make any sense.
I think that's exactly what I
I've
said.
been nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
So yeah, honesty. You're welcome. Good luck.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. I'm in the orchestra at my school, and I play the violin, and I really like it, but the teacher is awful, god-awful, and I don't know whether I should drop the class and take something else, or stick with it for the next 3.5 years.
Now, when you say horrible, is it that they're not a very good violinist, or not a very good teacher, or are they just a jerk?
Well, he's not really a jerk, but for an example, for anybody who knows music, last week he asked something very genuinely, how many bars are in a measure?
The teacher?
Yeah, and he kept asking,
But it was like seriously asking?
No, like as a question, and so he's they're like, one, it's a measure, and no, 4, and she's like, do you mean beats? Oh yeah, beats in a measure.
Well, how are you doing in the orchestra? Like, do you enjoy the orchestra? Do you like people that you're around, or?
Yeah, for the most part, but it's been almost a month and we're still like doing patterns and rhythms, and we haven't actually played any music.
Oh, and you're in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of beginners in the class?
Not too many.
I think he probably has to teach it. For me, you know, those classes have to be taught for the lowest denominator, which isn't a negative thing on those people, and you're more advanced, which is fine. What does he play? The teacher.
He plays something, like, I think he plays a brass instrument.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't get strings. You know what I mean? Maybe he just doesn't get strings. I would say, like, whenever I found my training lacking, I would look outside of school. Yeah, and like take classes with other people. So maybe before you give it up altogether, like find somebody outside of school that's gonna give you like really, really great, you know, like tutoring sessions or whatever. You might have to pay for it, but it's worth it to find out if that's really what you want to do, because I'd hate for one bad teacher to turn you off of something that you enjoy. So yeah, maybe try outside of school and see if you really enjoy it. Because if you love it and that's your passion, then don't let one bad teacher.
Yeah. How long have you been playing?
It's my 4th year.
Oh, 4th year? Oh yeah. Here's the thing, you're always gonna be ahead of that class. Always. And it doesn't matter, you know, if there was another teacher, you would still be one of the most experienced in the class. That's gonna be, no matter what it is. If you take a private class, that's something that's totally different. Also, this is gonna come as a surprise to some of you youngins. There's a significant chance that your teacher maybe is like smoke a pot.
Oh yeah. No question.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, since we probably can't remember. Sounds like knowing people that I know that it's probably gonna be a little bit. So also, remember he's got to teach to the lowest in the class.
Well, it's the lowest in the class I've been already playing for more than a year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to teach slow, because that's how his brain works. It's not his fault, bless his heart. Now what you can do is talk to the other students and say, hey, you guys, do we want to level up a little bit? And then to communicate with him and say, hey, you know what, whoever this is that's been she's been taken for a year, we're already ahead of this, can we start playing music? We really want to play music. And it might be something that, and then he's like, oh, sweet, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted, but I thought I had to do all this boring crap. He could be bored out of his mind too, but think that's what he has to do. So, give his little pothead a break and maybe see if you can encourage the leveling up. And then also, you definitely need to do classes outside. Definitely. You're never gonna have that get met. It's your own fault for being talented. Sorry. Yeah, good luck. Good? Thanks.
First of all, I want to thank both of you for being such amazing, dedicated people who really love your work.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys are really great in the last panel yesterday with the Dr. Seuss thing and all that.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you.
It's good to see you guys having fun.
We try.
We do have the fun. Quite a bit.
My name is Alexander McCarty, and I'm an independent writer full-time. I have published one book, Youth Fate, and I'm having trouble getting off the ground. I make business cards, I update my Facebook daily, and in fact when I first released it in January of this year, even my own friends didn't support me, and that was a really hard time for me. So are there any advice you have for me getting it off the ground? It's an ebook, first of all, so it's not printed. So that's one of my issues. But yeah, it's an action, sci-fi, anime style, so like, why aren't people getting it? So any advice?
Well, it may be too much of a good thing for people they may not understand how you can combine all of those things. What I would do is do you live here? I'm willing to bet there are some publishing workshops and stuff like that. I would take those, because we don't know as much about publishing as most things from our standpoint, but I would say those workshops, if I were you, I would take workshops, because not only are you going to learn more about the publishing and how to get those ebooks going, but also you'll network. And so you'll make friends who are supportive and can help you direct.
Well, and conventions too. I mean, like you guys were here at an animation convention. There are conventions for everything. Now, you're going to go to a writing convention and there's not going to be people in cosplay. I know, it's kind of sad. But I know that we have a friend named Jeremy Kratz, who's a writer for Funimation and is also a published YA author. And he goes to conventions all the time to talk about what he does and to talk about publishing and all that. So I would highly suggest looking for conventions that are related to publishing and writing.
I think I want to call Florida's Authors Publishing Association.
Yeah.
It was funny, I wrote a sketchbook with my characters. Oh, this is a beautiful girl. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, not everybody's going to get it.
Yeah. So
Have you thought about printing some of those and trying to sell them at some conventions?
printing is going to be probably
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, in a digital age, how hardcore, material is still very important. Like, even though I love reading things on the internet, when I get a book, I'm like, oh yes, book.
See, the thing, you can give away free online stuff to get people to do, but it's not a thing. Someone can be like, oh, you can go online and get this free soda. Cool, guess what I'm not gonna do? If someone's like, here, have a free soda, thank you, I'm gonna drink it right now. You know what I mean? So, even investing some money into that thing would be good. However, first, I would do the workshops, and I would do, just to see if perhaps, you know, you might need to go back over the script and adjust it a little bit for standards, or I don't know. But
as far as making it, I was thinking even after like my first 2 or 3 movies are out, does that make more sense, or is it sooner the better?
I would say the
I'd
sooner
say,
the better.
especially when you're starting out, the sooner the better.
And is there art in it at all?
Yeah, well, I got some.
You got a cover done? Okay, good. I was like, that's going to be something that...
And my brother's an artist.
Oh, perfect. That works then, yeah. You know what? I would also team up with him on some smaller books and see about doing those, because then you both can work together to accomplish the same goal. And sometimes when you're not by yourself, it seems like life is a little bit easier.
I think that's when they just 50 chapters. It's daunting to all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of readers at these conventions, though. So yeah, I would definitely like have, even if it's just snippets of like the first chapter or whatever. Yeah, just to like pass out to people and be like, hey, I'm an author, check this out.
Use the same characters and short stories.
Yeah. Do you have a website?
I don't have a website, but I'm very active on my Facebook, but I know
you need to get a website, because then that way people, you can have a place for them to go solely for that.
Yeah, you know, Twitter, you definitely need a Twitter. Yeah. Twitter is more followed than Facebook. Like Facebook, the max you can have is what, 5,000? Yeah, 5,000. You can have followers on fan pages or whatever, but on Twitter, Monica's at like 20,000.
I don't know most of them, but thank you.
But still, I'm like 3 people away from 10,000.
Woohoo! Let's change that. Let's make it 10.
Yeah, 3 people. Marky Mark, do it now.
But yeah, definitely, like, I can get a website, I can start pimping your material. Like, a lot of people that are in the arts don't understand that it's all about being a hustler, baby. Because really, you have to get your stuff out there. There's nobody that's gonna be like, you have a book, I'm going to publish it. You have to be the one that's out there like, I have a book. Just let me publish it, please.
Marketing is huge. For example, we accidentally stumbled into some fun in that we are really good friends and we wanted to do conventions together. After Panty and Stocking, we were like, hey, we've done a lot of shows together already. Let's just market ourselves together. Like, oh, it's Panty and Stocking, and we've done all these other shows together. Isn't that fun and wonderful? Well, what happened is we did get to book conventions together. We enjoyed it. But also at Funimation, they were like, oh, you know who's really good together is Jaime Monica. We booked 5 different shows opposite each other in 1 year because we were marketing ourselves as a team.
So you'd be surprised how marketing can really affect outside forces that you wouldn't think. Because even still, like recently, we got called in for Honda-kun.
I know.
And Mike McFarlane was like, I just thought it'd be funny to use Monica and Jaime. And I'm like, sweet. Cool. We'll take
it. And then there's something else that was like
Puzzle and Dragons.
Yeah. I thought it'd be funny. It's 2 sisters. Oh, it's gotta be Jaime and Monica.
So yeah, marketing is powerful. So certainly market yourself.
Yeah. Imagine if we had done it on purpose. We could have taken over the world.
Yes. Someday we will. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just do it really quick. My book is called EXP8, Rebellion of EXPs. It's available on Amazon.com right now. It's about a living weapon uniting its people against their creator. And I have business cards too.
Oh, awesome! So if you guys are readers,
yes.
Go get a business card. Help this man promote his art.
Hi.
Hey!
I have a question, like, kind of had a situation. Like, I have a friend that we used to go out a lot, bar hopping, hang out. And he started dating another friend of mine. They were all good friends. And then he went on a trip to Europe for like a year. And now, like, he's back, but he's all, like, quiet and just, like, doesn't want to hang out at all. He doesn't answer my phone calls. And, like, I'm not the only one. A lot of people say, like, he's all, like, boring now. I don't want to, like, be mean, but, like, I ask, like, what happened?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you're a friend, right? And if you're worried about your friend, to talk to them and say, hey, you know, I've noticed this. It's cool if it's just a change, but I'm worried about you. I'm worried that something may have happened, and if it did, I'm here for you, man, like, or lady, or whatever person.
Because it sounds like, I mean, to me, as somebody who has suffered from it on several occasions, it sounds like depression. Like, it sounds like, you know, they might be in a place where they're depressed, and who knows what brought that on. It could be that they loved Europe so much, and now they're like, oh, man, I'm back. I hate this. You never know. Or it could be the opposite. They might have gone to Europe and like, oh my God, that was horrible. I'm going to stay in my house so nobody is going to like pull me out. You know what I mean? So yeah, just talking to them, I think, is the best.
It really is, letting them know that they're cared about. Because the thing with depression is, it holds on to you. And that space becomes a safe space. And you don't want to leave it. The depression feels like home. So it's really hard to fight your way out of it. But it's a lot easier to do if you know you got people on your side. So just be there for them.
And it might be one of those things where they don't open up, you know, at first. So you want to be there, but at the same time, don't call every day like, hey, you okay? Hey, what's going on? Hey, are you depressed? Like, don't be that guy. But you know, like maybe every once in a while, just be like, hey, I'm really worried about you. Things have been different. I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're okay. And then like another week later, hey man, just checking in, want to make sure everything's all right. And eventually they'll realize, oh, hey, I can trust him.
Let's go get lunch. Let's, you know, just you and me, let's go grab a sandwich or something, because that's a lot less threatening than, why don't you come out with 50 people?
Yeah, or why don't I bring you me to pick up, you know, some beer and come over and hang out at your house or whatever. Like anything to kind of get in it. Yeah.
You're welcome. Good luck. Good luck. Good friend.
Hello.
Hi. Speaking of good friends, my friend hates it when I like spitfire puns out of nowhere. So I was wondering if you guys can make puns about each other because you guys are. What do you want to talk?
I'm terrible with puns.
No, if they happen, it has to be organic.
Like usually when people do puns towards me, I'm like, why are you even? Because like I'm gonna wear them tomorrow actually. I have these leggings that have like cassette tapes all over them. And Aunt Sinclair, when we were at Dragon Con a couple of weeks ago, was like, you got tape on your leg. And I was like, where? What, I got tape on my leg? And then I was like, I got tape.
I probably would have said something about you. Look like you're on the right track.
Yeah! Thank you. I'm really bad about it because puns was never, like my family never came from a Hispanic family. They weren't very big on puns.
Yeah, my family was, I guess so. But it's always like, you make a pun and then you're like, hey-o! You know, I always call out the pun. Just see what I did there? Heath Ledger. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi. I'm a drawer. I love to draw cartoons and anime. My dream is to work at Disney or DreamWorks, but every time I try to do a drawing, I feel like it's not good enough. I feel really insecure about it.
It's because you're an artist. Yeah, I was gonna say that's every artist on the face of the earth. We know a lot of artists, and I will tell you that they sometimes can be some of the most down your people because they're like, I suck at everything. My art is worthless. And then you look at their art and you're like, oh my God, look what you did. This is awesome.
Did you do the panty and stocking one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
You'll see it. It's awesome.
And there's always room for growth. Like there's always room to take classes and learn new things. And it's kind of like with us with being actors. You want to learn as many different things. I call it the actor's tool belt. So in your case, it would be the artist's tool belt. Where, you know, learn to use charcoal, learn to use watercolors, you need to learn to draw life figures and still life and, you know, abstract so that you can pull from all of those things.
Yeah, we have a friend, Mike Choi, he's a comic book artist. And he has just recently, within the past year, started taking classes on live, like,
it's freaking amazing.
Oh my God. And he told me for years, I can't draw people. I can't draw like real people's faces. And then you see what he's doing now and it's like,
it's real people's faces.
Those are real people's faces, man. I'm gonna kick you for never thinking that you could do it and waiting this long to try. But yeah, definitely try try with the other stuff. And then the other thing with classes, I think anybody who's really good at something and you take a class, you realize it reinforces that you're good because not everyone in the class will be good. And just as a little ego boost every once in a while, it feels great, doesn't it? Everybody's, you know what I'm talking about? I see some nodding. It's like, it never hurts to go and be like, oh yeah, I'm the best one in here. All right, cool, I'm all right, I'm all right. I may hate myself because I'm an artist, but I'm all right, you know? Definitely do that.
Just don't give up. Like, when you have a bad day, maybe put it aside, go take a walk, do something else. Like, we've had hard days writing where it's like, nothing will come out, writer's block is crazy. And the best thing that we found is to just stop. Like, stop for a little while, take a break, do something, have a glass of tea, whatever you've got to do, and then go back refreshed.
Yeah, and as an artist, be your best friend. Do not treat yourself the way you would not treat yourself the way you treat your best friend. You would never tell your best friend, you are the worst, what are you thinking? So don't use that kind of language with yourself either.
No problem.
I basically had the same question, but I really like to draw and I want to improve at it, but I kind of already answered that, so.
Well, but if you love it, yeah, continue to do it. And yeah, like we were saying, take classes, learn about it.
It has so many books too.
So many books. You guys have this awesome thing that we didn't have when we were kids called the internet. The internet has whole videos about how to draw any style of animation or how to do abstract art. So like watch videos on the internet, try different things. Just don't ever question yourself and don't ever give up.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey!
My name's Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Thanks!
Love your work and everything that you do.
Thanks!
And I'm a designer slash photographer at a perfume retailer. And I do a lot of stuff. Like right now I'm doing like photography, like for like basically like $12 an hour, like for like 50 different perfumes.
Oh wow.
And on the side I'm designing like posters and just a bunch of advertising stuff while keeping like supplies and stuff. And I just really feel like I'm overworked and underappreciated.
Don't we all?
That's because you're an artist.
So, like, my advice, my question is just be like, yeah, what do you think I should do? Like,
What do you want to do?
see, that's the thing is like, I've never really thought of it.
That's what you need to
It's a big question.
Because like I have so many things that I love doing, and it's hard to just pick one. And I want to do it all, but it's also overwhelming.
It's hard, yeah, you gotta pick that one thing that makes you happier than anything else. And like, you've got so many different things going on. So is it the photography? Is it the marketing aspect? Is the design aspect? Like, those things all kind of go hand in hand, so it's good that you're doing them all together. But like, Jenny Rain Colingan, who does all of my like website and cards and stuff, she works in the mortgage industry. Like, so she doesn't really get a whole lot of creative time as a designer, so she's like, all right, maybe make this video about houses and APRs and mortgage rates. And then I'm gonna go work on Monica's character cards. They're gonna be crazy and fun. So find your outlet. Like if what you're doing right now is stressing you out and maybe isn't fulfilling you as an artist, find ways outside. Like whether it's, hey, anybody wanna go take pictures outside? I'll do free headshots or free cosplay photos because I wanna focus on photography. Or, hey, guy who's trying to sell his book, do you need somebody to help build a webpage? Like, let's work together. You know what I mean? Like,
or a convention. Hey,
yeah.
I take professional photos. Can I take professional photos for your convention? You know, so then you're doing something fun that's also rewarding, right? And then that kind of stuff is always what leads to the real joy. But we've had to choose between, because we have been there where we do all the things and feel taken advantage of too. And it was really within the same, I guess, 6 months or so, a long time ago, we used to direct and write and voice act. And then we were like, I just really want to go out and have dinner, and there's no time for that. So I think I did it first. I decided I would rather write than direct. I loved directing though. But it was a really easy decision when I thought about grand scheme, as I can stay home and make my own schedule and wear my pajamas, you know, to write. So that's why I decided to do that. Monica did the same thing. So we both stopped directing. We loved it, but we had to make our time a priority too. So I think you have to ask yourself, what do you really want to do? And it's a tough question, but just follow your heart.
And you can still love all of those things. Like I still sit in for directors on occasion and direct for them when they're sick. Or
yeah, I came in for one of the Italians.
Yeah, so I mean, like we'll still do that. It's just that you have to prioritize. Like, which one is your passion? And then what's the one that you're like, I like doing that a lot. And what's the one that you're like, I like it. It's fun. Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah. No problem. I'm excited. Thank you. We'll try.
You keep doing what you do,
yes.
Except not so much of it.
Thank you.
Hi.
My question is, like, what is the best thing to tell a friend that feels like they're always falling apart?
That's hard. Really, when somebody's in that kind of situation, the best thing that you can do is just be there for them. Because, you know, we all have the friend that, like, everything is ruined, my life is ruined, and really, like, it wasn't that bad in our perspective, but you don't ever want to give them that impression, like, hey, chill out, there's no need to worry. Like, just be there for them, just support them no matter what's going on, and let them know that it's gonna be okay. Like, this is just one little moment in time, and it might be a really sucky moment in time, but it's gonna continue. Like, you're gonna get over it, and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, don't negate anyone's feelings, because we all know, like, what happens if you tell a woman to calm down.
I'll show you how to calm down.
Yeah, so it's that kind of thing, you know. It's the support. What can I do? Do you want me just to come over? I mean, we've been friends so long. This has happened for both of us. You know, I'm going to come over. I'm going to bring a bottle of wine or a bottle of 7-Up, depending upon your age and your preferences. Yes. And let's watch Netflix. So I'm going to bring, you know, this movie over because I know you love this movie, and we're going to watch it and order pizza, and it's going to be fine. And at least you won't be alone. Sometimes that's huge. That's what it is. It's just being there. You know, sometimes it's just saying, hey, I know you're having a rough day. Here's a funny picture. I just did this last week. Here's a really funny picture that I know will cheer you up about wine being squished. You know, we do that stuff for each other all the time. This thinking about you. Here's this. You know, I know today's been rough, so here's this. You know, it's just the little things mean so much more in the long run than let me fix this for you, because you can't.
And if it's not like a super close friend, then something like I'm really good at baking things. So like what I'll do is I'll make like little cupcakes or little bags of cookies, and I'll just drop them off in their office or on their front porch and be like, just thinking about you, have a good day. Little things like that change people's days, like, you know, so just be supportive in any way you can.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
You're welcome.
This is fun. I love you guys.
Don't we all feel warm and fuzzy right now?
Because it's not going to feel that way later, so we're trying to make sure that you guys really like us before we ruin your world tonight.
Right. Except for you, because you're all too young.
Yes. Go ahead, Cindy.
I want to get into a creative art, like writing or theater. I have like zero artistry. Is there any way I can work on that?
You want to get into theater?
Or just something artistic?
Something artistic?
Yeah.
No one has zero artistic capability. It's impossible. That's just not how we are wired as humans. It's impossible. You just have to find it, so keep searching.
Try things. Like, that's the thing that's, like, even if it scares you, try it. Like, if you're horrified of getting on stage, still try it, because you never know. That might be the one thing. Like, maybe that fear turns you into a brilliant actor. I have a friend who's a fantastic actor in Houston, but he suffered from like a really bad stutter. And so he was always really terrified of like being on stage. But somehow when he would get into the character, he would completely lose his stutter. So his first audition, he did his entire monologue and didn't stutter once. And he's like, holy crap, I found my thing. This is my thing. And he's a brilliant actor, but he was so terrified to start and to try it because of that one thing that was standing in his way. So yeah, try everything. Go take a class in art. Go take a class in music. Go take a singing lesson and see.
Art history even.
Yeah.
You know, and it, not even to negate sports, right? Tell me that diving isn't artistic and beautiful. You know, that a lot of sports are not artistic, because they are. Your body just becomes your medium, right? Like an actor. So yeah, just keep, you'll find it. There's no way there's nothing. There's no way. You just have to find it.
No problem.
I'm in high school, and I'm taking a lot of intense classes this year, and it's hard to make time for all that, and then the homework, and then sleep. And I was just wondering if you had any advice.
What are your intense classes?
Human geography, algebra 2, and algebra.
Just
I
know,
preferred that to geometry.
and parents, don't get angry at me for telling the truth. Just know, get through algebra 2. Just get through it. Because you will never have to use it again in your life.
I mean, unless you're gonna be like an accountant or
I
something.
mean, unless you're gonna be like an engineer or something, but if you're going to be like a regular person, I'm never, ever somebody who doesn't do math. I don't do math, and I've never used algebra again. Ever. So just
And
make
as
it
far as
through.
math itself goes, we have calculators. You can do it, you can ask Siri and she'll answer it for you.
But you know what I did because I had a hard time with math. I was in a lot of like accelerated classes in high school, and I found myself kind of drowning. Even though I wasn't like hurting grade-wise, I still went to tutoring, because just having that time to have somebody sit with you and go, okay, we're gonna get through this stuff. Let's just get through it as fast as we can. Then you had more time to do other stuff, and you found that you could get through it faster. Like, I sucked at algebra. I didn't understand any of it until I went to tutoring, and I was like, this is so simple.
It's just following formulas and memorizing those formulas.
But when you're in a class full of like 30, 40 people or whatever, it gets really, really difficult because they're focusing in on people who are having a hard time. So I would suggest tutoring. Like, even if you're an A student, like, do some tutoring just so you have time blocked away to like get that stuff out of the way.
Yeah, and don't underestimate the power of communication. Talk to your teachers and say, hey, I've got this, I'm having a really hard time. Do you have any advice? Ask the teachers, because sometimes they'll give you a break because they know it's hard. And most teachers most of the teachers I know don't say, well, my class is more important than that class. No, because they know you're in high school and you've got to do it all regardless. So it could be something where your teachers communicate with each other to kind of balance it out. But you have to tell them, and you have to tell them in advance. Don't wait till the last minute and be like, I thought I could do it, I can't. That's not what it's. In advance, say, hey, this is coming up, this is coming up, this is coming up, and I'm worried I'm not gonna get it done. It will help more than you think it will. Communication is key, people.
Woo! Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's about that time. Do you guys have any social media that you might want to
We
plug?
do.
Maybe?
I'm on Twitter at Marky, and maybe if I look at it here, I'll have over 10,000 people.
Woo!
It's MARCHIMARK.
And I am on Twitter as @realisms. That's as close to a pun as I get, folks. And then I also have a website that's really cool. It's www.themonicarial.com, because Monica Rial was taken. My name is actually quite commonplace in the Spanish-speaking world. So yeah, if you guys go to my site and subscribe, I don't sell your info, but I do all kinds of cool giveaways and stuff and behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. So
See you there. Thank you, guys. This was fun.
Thanks for coming. I hope we didn't ruin your lives. And everybody who's over 18 better be here for the PJ party.
That's right, that's happening tonight at 9:45.
The fellow! You must.
Do we have to get you a plush or something?
Yeah, that would be nice.
She has puppies.
Can I pet it?
So are you with the Paul thing? Okay, no? Okay.
Who's next?